up again. Hey, hey, girl them bubbling. Hey, hey, bring all your friend them. Hey, hey, everybody drinking. Hey, hey, who cares what they thinking? Hey, hey, beer vibes, beer vibes, beer vibes, beer vibes, beer vibes.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Obviously I'm looking a little more extra than I normally look on my channel. That's because I filmed this look today based off of the Guyana flag. I don't know why I did that. If you didn't know this about me, I'm Guyanese. I don't know, I've just been feeling extra proud of where I'm from lately. I thought I would do a look using the colors on the flag because Guyanese people have a tendency to talk a lot and beat around the bush. I'm gonna try not to do that. So yeah, let's just get started and I'm gonna shut up. I'm back. I have nothing on my face. My skin has been kind of crazy lately, so I apologize for that. So before we get started, I thought I would talk a little bit about what the flag looks like and kind of what the whole inspiration for this look is. This is the flag. This is like the only thing in my house that I could find that had the flag on it other than that flag back there. Obviously there's red, black, yellow, white, and green, and these are the colors that I'm going to try to put on my eyes. But before I get started on my eyes, obviously I need to do a little bit of foundation. So in honor of Guyana being an incredibly hot country, I'm gonna go in with super matte primer. This one is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Jesus Christ. So the last time I went to Guyana, it was about 2 years ago. Yeah, almost exactly 2 years ago. That was when I was pretty much just starting to get into makeup. And I thought I knew exactly what I was doing. When we went, I did not bring a primer because I didn't know what primer was. I brought the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. Where I bought it, they didn't have the matte one, so I bought the dewy one. And I wore it in a country where the weather is like consistently very, very hot. So yeah, that was a mess. And then all I would do is just touch it up with some MAC Studio Fix. You know, they're like compressed powder. And that was all I did, and I was an oily mess that entire trip. We're going back in pretty much exactly a month, and now that I actually know what I'm doing with makeup, I'm excited. I'm not really going to explain my base because you guys have seen me do it like 100 times. Not really, probably like 7 times. While I do my base, I thought I would talk a little bit about what it's like to be Guyanese. So the one thing that I hate about being Guyanese, and okay, I don't want to say hate because like I don't think there's anything I truly hate about being Guyanese because it's pretty fun. I guess the one thing I dislike is when people ask you, like people with I guess good intentions ask you, hey, like where are you from? And then you say Guyana. So this could go one of 3 ways, I'd say. So either 1, they have never heard of Guyana and they think you're making up a country. And this kind of happened one time where I told this customer at my old job, because he was asking me like, where are you from? You're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, thanks. And I said, Guyana. And he was like, oh, I've never heard of it. Like, well, just because you've never heard of it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. The other way it could go is that if people do know that Guyana exists, they just don't believe you. This actually happened to me a few times where I tell people like, yeah, I'm from Guyana. It's in South America. It's like, and they just go, oh, are you sure, sweetie? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I don't think, you know, I don't think my ancestors lied. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, go on Ancestry.com to prove to you that I'm Guyanese? Like, what do I have to do? I don't understand. They try to tell you where they think you're from and that you should be from those places. So I've had a few different people try and convince me die hard that my parents are from India. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're a Guyanese, you understand what I mean. When people try to tell you, like, are you sure? Are you sure you're not Indian? Like, are you sure? Like, are you 100% sure that you're not Indian? And it's like, why would I lie to you? What reason do I have to lie to you about where I'm from? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. The third way it could go is it's a person who is also from around that area. And then they just go, oh, that's so cool. And you're like, oh, thank you. Like finally someone who's not gonna try to convince me that I'm not from where I said I'm from. Those are the good people in the world. Oh my god, if you are Guyanese, you know that your family is incredibly loud on the phone, okay? My entire family is guilty of this. Like when they are calling someone who lives in Guyana, I feel like they don't understand that you don't need to shout. Like you don't have to shout on the phone, but they're always shouting. Yeah, and what's so funny is that they're also almost always gossiping about someone. So all you hear is like, she has 3 kids and her man left her, like, and I'm like, Mom, you are really telling this person's whole life story. I don't think you need to be shouting. And then the one thing is never tell your Guyanese parents that they're being loud, because they will whoop your ass.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Oh, going along with phone calls, have you ever heard a Guyanese person trying to end a phone call? Because I swear to God, like, you could have a phone call that is only 5 minutes long, but then saying goodbye, like just trying to say goodbye and trying to hang up, is gonna take another 5 minutes just on its own. Okay, so this is what happens. It's literally like, alright, bye Mom. Alright, okay. Yeah? Alright, okay Mom. Yeah, I got it. Alright then. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Alright, bye. And like, that's how long it takes to end a phone call. It's so funny. While we're talking about parents, Guyanese parents love to say that you're ungrateful. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but like sometimes they use it against you in situations where it's not applicable at all. So for example, I know my parents, and Mom and Dad, I know you watch my videos, so don't get offended, alright? I love you. You know I do. But like, for example, let's say my dad, he'll be like, oh, Rifa, can you get me a glass of water, right? And I'll be doing something that I can't stop. Like, I don't know what it would be. Like, maybe I'm writing an essay and I want to finish the sentence, right? So I'll be like, hey, yeah, just give me a second. And he'll be like, oh, when you were little and you shit your pants, I didn't tell you to just give me a second. I changed your diaper right away. You are ungrateful. And it's like, where did this come from? Like, I'm trying to write my essay, you know? I also understand where they're coming from because, you know, as parents, there's so many things that you do for your kids, and then sometimes the things that we say and do can come across as ungrateful. But then hand in hand with that is I feel like Guyanese parents aren't the best at showing affection, and like they're not known for showing affection. Like, we don't really say I love you that much, which sounds really mean, and I'm not saying that to be mean, but like I'm just saying it as a fact. Like, we don't say I love you or love you bye, like when you're on the phone. We don't say that. How Guyanese parents show that they love their kids, as soon as you walk in the house. Now, when your parent says, what do you want to eat? It doesn't matter what you say, because you're gonna eat what they made you. Like, you have to eat what they made you, or you're gonna starve. And that's what it's like growing up Guyanese. But yeah, that's how Guyanese people show their love. They basically try to force feed you. That's how you know that someone loves you, if you're Guyanese. Okay, so I'm back. I did most of the other eye. I still have to add some white eyeliner. So I already primed this eye. I used my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Ginger, which is what I always use. But to set that, I'm actually gonna go into my Morphe palette. And I'm going to be taking this shade on the very top left. And it's pretty much a white. And the reason why I'm using a white is because I want the colors underneath to really pop. As you can see, I used more of a reddish brown in my crease. And I'm going to take this red right here. And I'm going to go pretty heavy-handed and just all over my crease and really bring it all the way out. So we're going to move on to gold. The closest color that I could find to like this kind of gold is this color here by Colourpop. How many times can I say color? Is this one right here. I forgot what it's called, but I'll have it here down below. And I'm just going to use a wet brush and apply it to the inner half of my eye. I'm sorry if I say Guyanese like every 3 seconds, but that's what this video is about. Music is such a huge part of our culture, and obviously music is important for every culture, but I feel like for us especially, we have to have it pretty much all the time. One of my uncles, he used to live in our house. I remember he would always have headphones in like 24/7. If he was in the bathroom pooping, he was listening to music. If he was eating dinner at the table, he was listening to music. If I remember correctly, we would even be watching movies together and he'd have one headphone in listening to music. It's important to us because we love dancing, and music kind of emphasizes that whole social aspect of our culture. The importance of family, the importance of friends. Yeah, music is important to us. If any of you are wondering what kind of music we listen to, it really does vary. There are like those old Bollywood Indian songs that Honestly, I don't listen to that much, but I know my parents love them. So the next color that I'm going to take, it's not really on our flag. It's more of a medium green, and it kind of matches, yeah, it pretty much matches the dress that I'm wearing right now. The reason why I'm taking this green is because it's going to help blend together the gold and the darker green. This is by Milani, and this is the color, yeah, this is in the color Bella Khaki. So I'm going to be taking the same brush. I just wiped off whatever gold was left and just apply it to the center of the lid. What kind of music do we listen to? So yeah, like I said, there's the old Bollywood songs, and there's songs like the song that you heard at the beginning of this video, which I guess is like soca. But most of what we listen to is like soca, reggae, dancehall. So I might have to come back to that color later, but for now we're gonna go in with the true darker green. This one is also by Milani. Yeah, so this is what it looks like, and it's called Bella Emerald. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to go in with my fingers afterwards and just apply it to the outer corner and bring it in towards the middle. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not super pigmented right now, but I wanted to lay it down with a brush first just to get the shape before I go in with my fingers. While we're sitting here, why not talk about what I love about being Guyanese, because there are a lot of things I love. First of all, food is bomb. If you know a Guyanese person, if a Guyanese person invites you to their house, don't eat anything for like 3 days before, because you will be fed a 5-course meal. We may be wearing our pajamas, but we will feed you. I love that for the most part we all have really, really large families. So like I have so many aunts, uncles, and cousins. Like everybody is your uncle. Any man who is older than you, and even if they're not related to you, you still kind of call them uncle. It's just like, it's a thing. So I'm just gonna build up the green a little more. Okay, I think we're looking pretty even. I do want to go in with a little more of the darker green, just a little bit more on the outer corner. Off camera, I'm gonna go add liner, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I added my black eyeliner, and then I also did concealer under my eyes. So next I'm going to smoke out the under eye. I'm going to go in with the same red from earlier. I'm going to bring it almost all the way in. So next I'm going to add some white eyeliner. I'm going to add some white eyeliner, just a little line underneath the wing. Okay, I'm going to try to do this on camera, because usually when I do this I have to like go so close to my mirror that I'm like about to fall into it. But we'll see if I can do this on camera. Oh, this is the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the color Bump. Land of many waters, I hope you're on my side while I do this white eyeliner, please. I'm gonna have to block the camera when I do this side, because like I really don't want to mess it up, okay? I think we did it, but I'm gonna go double check in another mirror just to make sure. So I'm back, lashes are on. I don't know why I did this. For my bottom lashes, I'm just gonna go in with some L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with some cream contour. If you're Guyanese, you know that your aunties and uncles, even if you gain 1 pound, they will tell you. So, you know, to hide that from them, I'm gonna cream contour. My aunties can't tell me nothing. Try and tell me that I gained weight when I have cream contour on. You can't. You really can't. Set my face with some powder. This is the same powder I always use, the Maybelline Fit Me. It is so hot, and I don't know if it's just my parents, but I feel like Guyanese parents don't believe in air conditioning. My mom especially, she's like, it's winter 6 months a year here. Let me enjoy the heat. And I don't know if it just like reminds them of back home, but I'm like, which is fine. I mean, you know, have your moment, but once we start getting to like 30, almost 40 degrees, I kind of want some air conditioning, you know? For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with the same gold that I used earlier. Because my eyes and my lips are both going to be very bold, I'm going to go... I don't know why I keep talking like this, jeez. I'm going to go with a little bit of a more natural looking highlight. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome. Because, you know, when you have bold eyes and bold lips and bold cheeks, it's too much and your eyes don't know what to focus on. It's kind of like if you go to a party and then your friend introduces you to all of their friends and they're like, this is Naomi, this is Rachel, this is Sarah, this is David, this is Joe, and you're like, there's too many people to like keep track of, you know? So I don't even know, what was the point of that story? I don't freaking know. I'm just gonna highlight my face and shut up. Set my face with my, you guessed it, Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1, whatever. Beautiful spray that I love. I think of who is my biggest inspiration in terms of like somebody who is Guyanese. So obviously the first people I think about are my parents, because like obviously they inspire me so much. In terms of like a celebrity or someone, definitely Rihanna. Rihanna, if you guys didn't know, she's half Guyanese. So that's kind of like something I always mention. When people say they don't know about Guyana, I'm like, well, you know about Rihanna, so you have no excuse. The reason why I brought that up was because I'm going to do my lips with the Fenty Beauty Stunna lip paint. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. I just want to like, I am going to line my lips with just some brown liner. I don't even know if it's going to show up, but I feel like doing it. Now this stuff is literally magic in a bottle, but you have to be so precise when you apply it because it is bright red and it's very hard to come off. So I'm not going to talk while I do this, I just want to focus. This applicator is great, but it does give you a lot of product. Obviously my lips are pretty small, I don't need that much product. Give it a few seconds to dry and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the, do I have lipstick in my teeth? This is the finished look. I added some face jewels because I was feeling extra and I was also bored. It's a Tuesday afternoon, I didn't really know, like, I don't know, I'm trying to spice up my life, okay? So I added some jewels. Like, what do you guys think? I don't know why I keep doing this. You know, once you put on lashes and then you start feeling some type of way about yourself and you're like, oh, like you look in the mirror and you're like, who's that? Oh, hello, hi. That's how I feel right now. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Even if you're not Guyanese, wherever you are from, you can pretty much recreate the same thing using colors from your countries. Also, I want to ask you guys, if you want me to do more looks inspired by different countries, leave the countries in the comments and I will try my best to do them. One of them that I was thinking about was St. Lucia with the light blue, yellow, white, black, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I really want to try that. I also want to try out Trinidad, so red, black, white. Leave a country in the comments below and I'll try to do a look inspired by the colors on the flag. I think that's it. Do you have anything else to say? Because, you know, Guyanese people always have more to say. Shout out to Rihanna, just in general, you know, shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to everyone else who is Guyanese and watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye! Everybody know every time